Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved. And in today's episode, I've got all sorts of stuff that I want to get done. I would really like to make some generators, some basic power generation. I'd also really like to make a Cobble Gen, because Cobble's going to be used for a lot of stuff. And, I mean, even just making a basic furnace, I need 72 cobble. So that is definitely a priority. Hello, cow. And I'd like to get some armor as well. So there's a few ways you can get armor in this pack. If we take a look at, for example, an iron chest plate, I need iron plates, and then I need leather. So I need the previous type of armor. So leather armor can be made using leather from cows, which I don't really have the infrastructure for at this point, or woven cotton, which is just 2 string like this. So, I'm thinking that's probably going to be our best bet. If we make, let's see, I think that's enough. That should be good. So, let's go ahead and make ourselves some leather armor. Why you no work for boots? Oh, it needs rubber underneath. Of course it does. Okay, well, let's just put those away for the moment. And let's see, what could I use? I could use rubber. Just rubber. Rubber's all I can use. Okay, so can I smelt rubber the same way that I would in... Nope, not you. Rubber bars. Yeah. Okay, so that'll still work. So I can just put 2 raw rubber in there, and that should work fine for making the boots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. And then I'm going to need a whole bunch of iron as well. So let's see. Iron. Here we go. Let's just turn all of this into ingots for the moment. Let's go ahead and make our leather boots. There we go. And then, let's see here. So, for iron, I need 4 iron plates. So, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll make... Do I have another crafting table in here? I don't know that I do. Here we go. I've got one hiding in my thing over here. So, we'll make iron boots and put those on. And then for, let's just do this. Here we go. For the helmet, I need 5. There we go. Like so. For the legs, I'm assuming I'm going to need 7. I guess it doesn't work if you are using an item that has durability. And then for the iron chest plate, I will need 8. And there we go. That should get us full iron armor. So now I'm not so squishy. This is good, because dying has admittedly kind of been a problem for me so far. Okay, so we got that done. Now, I wanted to show you guys something really cool. I was doing a little mining down here. Mined out a little mine shaft. And I stumbled across something pretty fantastic while I was down here. If we come on down... And I think I showed you guys the mine shaft in the last episode. But we mined this out, and then right here, I started mining out this first little tunnel. And I came across an abandoned mine. And I did a whole bunch of mining down here and gathered a whole bunch of resources in that abandoned mine. And I found all sorts of good stuff. So I'm going to head back up. I'm going to get some stuff together for our next little project. And I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I have everything I need. So what I want to do is I want to set up a really basic Cobble Gem System. And I just realized that it's night outside. That's okay. So the first thing that I want to make is a transfer pipe. Is a couple of these. And then I want to make an item transfer node from extra utilities. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and make a diamond pick. We're going to make an item cache. And last but not least, we're going to make ourselves a world interaction upgrade, which should work, but doesn't want to. So there we go. Okay, and that should be everything we need now to make a really basic item filter, although I am going to need a little bit of water. Hopefully I can get some without getting blown up by that creeper over there. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Okay, so the item the Cobble Gem, I think I'm going to make it down here, right next to the lava. And this should be pretty easy for us to set up. Let's see. So we have a lava source block, like somewhere in there. Let's actually get a little bit of cobblestone here, just so I can see. Looks like those are both source blocks. So, if I put water here, and let's actually just pick that up. And we'll put cobble there. And cobble here. And then I'll just mine a little bit of that out too. There we go. So that should work. And then when I put this transfer node there, and I put the world interaction upgrade in there, that should start grabbing cobblestone. Then I just put the cache here, and this will start filling up, and that will give us tons and tons of cobblestone for us to use as we see fit. So, relatively easy to set up. The only hard part really is just getting the 3 diamonds, and that's not really that hard to do either. So, we've got that done. Now, the next thing that I want to do is get going on some basic power gen. So, let's take a look. Let's put some of this stuff. Actually, let me sleep. And let me get some stuff ready for this, and I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got almost everything I need to build our first generator. I do need a little bit of cobble, but luckily this cobble gen is doing some work, and we now pretty much have all the cobble that we need, at least for this point in the game. So we should be set there for quite a while. Now, I do want to go ahead and make, as our first generator, a survivalist generator. And let's go ahead and make some compressed cobble. And make a little bit more. There we go. And then we'll just make 2 furnaces, like so. And then for the iron gear, you do have to make those in the smeltery. So I put that in there. We'll grab the gear cast out of here. And fill that up, and that should be good. There we go. Okay, so we should have everything now we need to make a survivalist generator. And a survivalist generator will be, it's a great early game source of power. Essentially, it's going to allow me to generate power from pretty much any sort of combustible materials, such as coal or anything like that. And it is very, very efficient, which is good. It's also pretty much the easiest thing in the game to make as far as generators go. Pretty much anything else, other than maybe the culinary generator, requires stuff that I just cannot get at this point. I am working towards a culinary generator, but the recipe for that's a little bit different too. So we'll look at that in a minute. But if we take a little bit of coal coke out of here, I think this should still work, but I'm going to grab some coal instead. And we take that down. You can see just how much power one piece of coal will generate. So, look at that. 13 minutes of power gen off of one piece of coal. It's only generating 5 RF per tick, which isn't much, but it's something. And then this one would actually generate 160,000 RF, whereas the coal will only be 80. So basically the coal coke is twice as efficient, or will provide twice as much power when compared to regular coal. So that should work out pretty well. We should be able to basically fill up that entire generator on one piece of coal coke, which is great. And we'll let that start filling up. I'm actually going to put coal in there instead. Let's just grab... Yeah, that should do, because that thing only holds 100,000. Okay, but as I said, that's really not going to cut it for power gen, because it's only 5 RF per tick. So I'll drain through that pretty quickly. I'd really like to get something else going, and that something else would be a culinary generator. Now, the culinary generator is a little bit tricky to make. Let's take a look at it here. So, for the culinary generator, you actually need firm tofu. Everything else is the same. So, it's the tofu that's the problem. But for the tofu, you need a presser. So, let's take a look at the presser. And that is iron, a piston, and then some seeds. So not too difficult. Let's do 5, because I'll need 1 for the piston. The piston recipe, thankfully, is not any different than what it is in vanilla. And there we go. So we'll make the piston. And then as for seeds, let's just use cucumber seeds, because I've got a bunch of those. It seems like the... Oh, it has to be specific seeds. Oh, that's super dumb. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's see. Asparagus, I have. Celery, I do not have. Cabbage, I don't think I have. And oats. Oats I do have. Oh, I can't believe that has to be specific seeds. That is so aggravating. I strongly dislike that. Okay. Well, looks like I'm off to go find some seeds, guys. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and I was out looking for celery, and I stumbled across a village. If we look at the map, my base is kind of over in here, and the village is like right up here, and it looks like it's actually a pretty good village. We got a blacksmith here, another blacksmith there. Looks like up there there's an agricraft thing where I might be able to find celery seeds, so let's take a look and see what we can find here. I want to check out the blacksmith first. Let's see, what do we got in the chest? Pulsating iron, the ender, and an iron pick. Not bad. Not bad at all. And where was that other blacksmith? Up here? Let's see. Oh, actually, we should check the crops, too. Looks like that's all vanilla crops. Oh, falling. Okay, here we go. The generation on this village is it kind of leaves something to be desired, but that's okay. Oh, and we got steel. We got steel stuff. Oh, and a block of steel. Oh, man, that is awesome. That is a amazing find. Oh, I'm so happy with that. We found a block of steel. Oh, that is going to make my life so much easier you don't even know. Because steel is kind of what everything else in the mod pack is kind of gated behind. So that is going to make a huge, huge difference. I want to get up here and take a look at this agricraft building and see if maybe there's celery seeds hiding in here somewhere, because that's all I really need. Let's see, Brussels sprouts, mystical gray flowers, lots of weeds, all sorts of weeds, all the weeds. Hopefully the weeds didn't kill off any celery's peanuts. Peanuts are always good. Those are going to be useful for things later. Radishes, orange tulips. Doesn't look like there's much there. Let's try up here. Oh, hello, random thing. Okay, oh, I destroyed it all. Actually, you know what I should probably do is I should grab all the crop sticks, because those could come in handy. Oh man, what do I get rid of? I don't need the stone slabs. Well, let's just take a look up here and see if we can find celery seeds. And I'm just going to get rid of all all the weeds, because there's weeds all over the place. There we go. Sesame seeds. I think I can use those to make cooking oil, actually. So I'll probably want to grab those. Let's just take a look really quick. What does cooking oil require? Cooking oil, it can be olives, sunflower seeds, or walnuts. Okay. So, sesame seeds will not cut it. Turnip, artichoke, kiwi. Yeah, looks like I'm kind of out of luck on that. That's unfortunate, but I will take all the crop sticks for sure. Those will come in handy. And the rest of this I'm just going to kind of leave behind. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. All right, guys, I'm going to keep exploring this village a little bit, and I'll be back with you in just a little while. All right, guys, I am back. And the good news is I found all sorts of goodies in the village. The bad news is I did not find any celery whatsoever, so I'm going to have to go out and adventure some more. But before I do that, I want to make something that will allow me to carry a whole bunch more stuff back. So I want to go ahead and make myself a golden bag of holding, maybe even 2 of them. Let's take a look and see how much wool we have. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of those, and a couple of those, 2 diamonds, and a couple of chests. There we go. And let's just go ahead and make 2 of those right away. And that's going to allow me to carry a lot more stuff when I go out on my journey and try to find celery. I also made a sleeping bag using some of the wool that I found in the little tinker's huts in that village. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to try to find some celery, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. And I finally found what I was looking for. Holy cow, I had to travel all the way down here, and I finally found it in an herb garden. We have celery. I also found a little Thaumcraft chesty thing while I was traveling as well. So that's pretty cool. It had some mana steel in it and a couple other minor things. Nothing too major, but a couple things that we could maybe use. But anyway, I finally found the celery I needed, so I am going to head back, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I have everything now to make the presser. Now that we found the celery, there we go. So that looks good, and I'm just going to kind of hide it down there in the floor. That'll be fine. And then we'll start turning these soybeans into tofu. So basically, we convert them like this. It'll go to soy milk, and then we'll convert it again into, I believe, silken tofu. And then after that, we convert it one more time into firm tofu. So, while we're waiting on that, let's start getting everything else ready for the culinary generator. And the culinary generator is also pretty easy to make. So we'll take 4 iron ingots and get those going in the smeltery so we can make the gear. And then we're going to need a couple of furnaces. So we'll take the compressed cobble that we already have, and there we go. And actually, I'm going to need a little bit more than that, aren't I? Let's go. Oh, no, it should be. Yeah. Okay, I'm right. I'm just losing my mind. That's all. There we go. And, oh, what am I doing? It's one of those days today, guys. I'll tell you. I am so out of it today. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so we got that, and then we're going to need another piston. We'll need one of those. Let's grab 4 cobblestone, and then I'm going to need a little bit of wood. There we go. So we'll make the piston, and then we should have pretty much everything else. All we need to do is make the gear, and I think we'll be good to go ahead and make this culinary generator. Then we'll have to kind of play around and see what our best bet is going to be as far as food goes, because I've got a ton of carrots. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like carrots and potatoes grow way faster in this mod pack than normal. But I've got an abundance of carrots, and if we can run it on carrots, even if we don't get the greatest power gen from it, it still should work out pretty well. So let's take that, and there we go. We got ourselves a culinary generator. So we'll take that down here and put that right next to our survivalist generator, which, oh, I forgot that I put that there. That's all right. I'll just put it right here. Let's see, carrots, 16 RF per tick. That's not terrible. And it runs for a minute on those. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let that start charging up. That's not bad, because carrots, I have more carrots than I know what to do with. And apples might actually give us even a little bit more. And then if I can get an actual, like, farm going for cows and stuff, I think we'll be in good shape. So, all right. Well, I think we are pretty much good to go for this episode, guys. I am definitely out of time. There's been a lot of off-camera stuff in this episode, and it's been at least a few hours, actually 2 days for me. But, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.